What's going on, guys? It's Taylor from Coaster Studios here with an exclusive look at a new upcoming attraction here in Orlando, Florida. We're currently at the storage lot for what is going to be the world's tallest slingshot. As you can see, we have a couple pieces behind me. This thing is going to be enormous, and today we're going to get up close. I'm going to show you exactly what you can expect when this ride opens later this year. These two pieces I'm standing in front of are part of the first tower, one of two towers that are going to support the cables and the vehicle that is going to launch you straight up in the air. And actually, if you look over to the side, you can see tower number 2 completely assembled. Now, I know when I first saw this, the first thing I was wondering is just how big is this thing? Well, the tower that you're seeing right behind me is actually 285 feet in height. But when it's fully complete, is it going to be about 300 feet tall because of these pieces right here. They're going to give it just a little bit of extra height. But that's how tall the tower is. I mean, as you know, slingshots shoot you a lot higher than where the tower is. So how tall is it going to be when you're actually riding it? Well, when you shoot up there, you are going to be 450 feet in the air. That is insane. I love standing in the center of it. You can just look straight down. There's some workers right there actually currently working on the lighting package because they want to get all of that completely in place before they put this thing up. So yeah, this thing is huge. I'm 5'10", but here's how I look standing in this thing. Now, I know when I first saw this, I was wondering how are they going to move this thing from the storage lot to the physical site when it is fully attached like this? And the answer is, it is actually not fully attached. Here you can see the different connecting points, and they are not bolted in place. They've just lined everything up so they can make sure it fits, but they're gonna separate it into pieces. So like, one piece would start right here and then end like right there. And then they put that on the truck and move it to the site. And so that's why they're doing everything here, because when it's ready to go, all they gotta do is stick it on the truck, put it up, and this thing is going to shoot up fast. I want to show you guys some different pieces. These are not part of the tower. This is actually gonna be partially in the ground. Right here you can see this part that is unpainted. That is because you're not gonna actually be able to see this when it is in place. This is going to be completely covered with concrete. The concrete is actually going to go past that silver point and cover up part of the purple too. So how exactly does a slingshot work? Think of these right here as part of a giant slinky, how it can stretch and expand. And these coils right here are like your giant springs that are all going to be packed in a box, and they're actually packed in a box right now, and there's not just one, there's two, and there's more down there. But these are going to bend and be able to stretch so that it has enough force to be able to let you go and shoot you all the way up. These right here are, of course, the actual cables attached from the ride vehicle to the towers. But how is it attached to the towers? Well, they're latched on with this piece right here. These things are going to be cradling your cables, as you can see. You can spin them. These things are going to be moving a lot faster than that, though, because this ride is going to be going over 100 miles an hour. So as you can imagine, you need something pretty durable to be able to handle speeds like that. So yeah, this is pretty cool, right? Now, this is only part one of our little visit. We're gonna head over to the physical construction site so you can see where all of this is gonna be going. But before we do that, I want to get a broader view, be able to really see things and put it in perspective. So we're gonna shoot the drone up and you'll be able to see the storage lot from up above and really get an idea of just how huge this thing is. Let's go. guys enjoyed that drone footage. We'll have a little bit more coming in a bit, but just for a frame of reference, we've moved on over to the actual construction site. Here you can see the wheel at Icon Park, and welcome to the site of the future world's tallest drop tower in Slingshot. So what are we looking at here? This right here is where the drop tower is going. Right here, where my friend Dan is, hi Dan, is gonna be the home of one of the towers of the Slingshot, and then the other one is gonna be down here. So imagine where we're standing is probably where the ride vehicle is gonna be, and you're gonna be shooting up into the air right there. So if it's facing this way, which I'm assuming it is, then you'll get a view of Starflyer as well as the wheel. So these steel beams that you're seeing right here are called pilings. Something you might notice on them is the writing, 40, 35, 30. What that tells them is how deep into the ground they've gone. So you have a general idea of what's supposed to be. And eventually, they're gonna actually shave off the top of these things once it can't go down any further, and then they're gonna make them completely level. So, I mean, this is not at all what the final product is gonna look like. But I mean, hey, that's the construction process for you. We got a crane on site, and it's moving. This is a very, very active construction zone. Here's another look at those steel pilings, except this is from an angle that you will never be able to see because we are currently in the center of this box. You can see the steel pilings all around us. Again, some of these are gonna go down, you know, a little bit more, especially these. But the big thing here is that they have not put steel pilings in the center because they're gonna fill this area with concrete and rebar, and this is gonna act as the entire foundation. So imagine the drop tower right up there, over 400 feet in the air. It's gonna be insane. And this is why we wear hard hats, because it is all dirt, and you gotta really watch your step here in order to get in and out of this place. Right here, what you're seeing are the water lines. This is to drain all the water out of this area so the ground remains dry. And this goes completely around the perimeter of these pilings. And again, this is something that you're never gonna see. It's gonna be completely covered up later. So me not being an expert on construction, of course, when I saw these big steel pilings, I was wondering how do they even get these things in the ground? And here's the answer. So this machine right here actually clamps onto them. Well, first of all, they attach this to the crane up there. And these right here, you clamp them onto the outer edges of the pilings, lifts them up, lowers them to the ground, and then it physically like shakes it to drill it further into the ground. And this right here is like a giant hammer. So that's, if you've ever been around these things when they were being installed, it sounds like a loud, constant banging, and that's because they gotta put these things pretty far down there. It's really interesting. Here you can see what one of those steel pilings looks like completely out of the ground. These things are huge. Here you can see the tip right there, what goes in the ground. And as you know, when they put them over there, they have to have them completely sealed off. So when they fill it with concrete, you know, it's not spilling out, it's completely solid. So the way that they actually attach these things is they have these rods that run all the way down on either side, and you actually clamp them from one to the other. So you can see it's kind of got a groove right there, and then you just latch it onto the adjacent pile, and that creates the seal. Now I don't have the answers to everything, because here's where the drop tower is. Slingshot tower number 1, Slingshot tower number 2. I have no idea what is going over here. I mean, the ground is completely dug up, dirt everywhere. My guess would be some sort of ticket booth, maybe a gift shop, maybe a star bar, kind of like what you have at Starflyer. But I don't really know. That's just me taking a wild guess. We'll see. I tell you, it's been awesome hanging out at the site. I keep thinking about what this is gonna look like 1 year from now when people are enjoying these attractions. And as of right now, where we're standing, it's just a bunch of dirt and some steel pilings. So that all being said, that's gonna about do it, but I did wanna show you some drone footage from up above. So please enjoy, but thank you so much for joining me.